God if it does it again. Okay. Bitch. Damn it. I love when, like, nobody shows up for this show. That's always fucking fun now, isn't it? Oh, no more it ain't low. No more it ain't no lie. Yep. Anyway, welcome to Wonder After Dark. Normally I would wait for. Oh, I want to see you out that door, baby. Bye, bye, bye. Yep. Funny how you pick the topic and I can already tell you're just gonna zone out. Anyway. Yeah, welcome to Wonder After Dark. Normally I would wait for Spider to get here before saying that. I'm gonna be real, that song is overrated. And I'm not even gonna touch that because every time I express my opinion on something that isn't a movie, it usually ends in complete disaster. So I'm not touching that. But anyway, that's not my way of saying I disagree. Now you can express if you want. Don't worry. Okay. I'll let you. I personally really like the song and I'll leave it at that. It's just usually when I give my opinion on something that is not a movie, it usually does end in a complete flame war. Anyway, what I was originally saying. Normally, I would wait for Spider to get here before saying the usual opening phrase, but he's busy. Colon 3 moment, yep. But he's busy with his funny little game. I promise I'll get to the topic, but I just want to say, because the game he's working on for. Can you do a colon 3 face? No, I cannot. Anyway, I cannot do the colon 3 face. Anyway, before I even get into the topic to any capacity, I just want to say, Spider, I know you really want to do this game, and I respect that, but if it's burning you out, if Spider comes here, show the audience my Halloween mask. Yep, I doubt he will, but if he does. Anyway, what I was going to say. I get you want to do this game, and I respect that. It's great to have ambitions, but if it's burning you out that bad, please do what I've been suggesting and take a break. Has big dreams, and I respect that, but Exactly. Big dreams are big great, but he's clearly burning himself out and stressing himself out. Thing is, I can see where he's coming from. Same here. For the record, if you do catch the replay of this, we don't mean any offense or any harm or any hate. I'm the kind of person who would focus too with outbreaks. I mean, yeah. I'm just saying though, like, if you want to work on something fun, go right ahead. But if it's burning you out that bad and stressing you out that bad, please do what I've been suggesting you to do, which is take a break every now and again. Because I know if I do, I'll likely never get back to it. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense, honestly. Yeah. And you know what? Just because we have to bring him into the picture, don't worry, it's nothing negative. Can I poop on you? I guess. Anyway, don't worry, the following comment is nothing negative, and this time I'm being completely truthful. Here I am saying to myself, Gio, what are you busy with? Because you typically were never busy before. I don't mean that in any harmful way. Can we get poop on the robot? But yeah, who knows? Maybe he has some big ambitions too, and that's why he's been so busy. Renamed his second account today. Oh, so I guess he's active. Let me look. If you mean the one, if you mean, well, I'm not going to read the name on camera, but it starts with the letter M. If you mean that one, does not appear to have changed today. If you mean that one. I'm just not reading the names on camera to keep it safe. But good to know he's still active. What were we talking about again? Oh yeah, Spider-Man. Not Spider... Sponge Guy 822. I don't think I've heard of that account. I don't think I've seen that account. Look it up. Okay. Love when the show just takes... Also, don't look at anything under... Hang on, don't look at anything under Mura Haas. Okay. Am I stupid, or just send me a screenshot, because I'm lost. I'm completely... We're supposed to be talking about Spider-Man 4, but right now... Oh. You must repay for your actions, or God will not be so merciful. Welcome to the show, Spider. You didn't miss much so far. But yeah, to you, Sylv, send me a screenshot, because I'm a little lost right now. Oh, I was just say. Mira Hayes is run by 13-year-olds who think they're spitting facts with their reception wikis because they watched some reviews. Noted. Just based on that description, noted. Just noted. Also, 3C... Discord. 3C is Wilden. Yes, he is. Anyway, let's get to the topic at hand before we waste any more time. You saw that on his latest stream. God, I saw it briefly. I saw it briefly, but I probably didn't think too hard. He showed her boobies, yep. I probably saw it briefly, but of course, after 3 p.m., my brain starts to clock out. But anyway, welcome to the Nips 2, yep. Welcome to the show, by the way. We kind of missed you last couple episodes. I don't know if you're going to stay for this one, but you're more than welcome to. Anyway, Spider... excuse me. What's it say? Oops. Okay, so he renamed that. Interesting. Anyway, let's get back to the movie. Spider-Man, 10 minutes in, and this has already just turned into brain rot. Spider-Man 4. Oh, yeah, we're talking canceled movies again. Read. Jessie showed her boobies yesterday, and she'll do it again. Bet. Anyway, Pepper, the cat, is going off in there. Anyway, Spider Man 4, yeah, we're talking canceled movies again. Spider Man 4 was the planned sequel to Spider Man 3, Pepper the Cat Show. Actually, let me pause this real quick. Just pausing our background noise, our background visual, I should say. Pepper, shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut me up. Shut. Shut. He or she? She, thank you for asking. Usually at this hour, every night, she does that. Although I would take that over anything Daisy does. Stop telling her to shut up genuinely. Okay. Noted. Anyway. What I was going to say. Spider-Man 4. Cats are the most blessed ever. Tweet. Alright. Anyway. Spider-Man 4. Just saying. Agree. Spider-Man 4 was the planned sequel to Spider-Man 3. For what would have been the fourth film, Is She New? Nope, had her for a year. We've had Pepper for a year. Or, actually, might be a little over a year now. I need to go through my photos again. But anyway. You had a cat and you never told me. I've mentioned Pepper before. I've mentioned Pepper, not just on stream, but I've mentioned her before. I'm not trying to sound like you dummy. I'm just saying you must have. I don't remember you saying it. Well, maybe I didn't, but I'm pretty sure I did at some point. Even if it was probably like once. How does Copper deal with Pepper? They rarely see each other. Like, Copper knows Pepper exists, but she spends in fact, she spends all of her time in that cage because Daisy exists. Daisy's a little too rough, so that's why she spends most of her time in there. Poor kitty, yep. Alright, but anyway, how Copper does with Pepper, honestly, all he really does is just go up to Pepper is going to get fat. Would you believe, by the way, that that's basically her fully grown size that you just saw? Let's get back to Spider-Man. Not saying I don't care about the cat or the car, but we love fat cats. Anyway. But yeah, it would have been the fourth We love skinny cats. We love all cars. We love cats. We love cars. We love cocks. Anyway. Okay, what I was trying to... My head hurts. Alright, anyway. What I was... Jesus. What does it say? Thing is, I say she'll get fat because of her lack of exercise from staying in the cage. Yep. But unfortunately, it is required because, again, Daisy's way too rough, so we can't really leave her out. Unfortunately. But anyway, let's get back to the movie. 15 minutes in. Spider-Man 3... Copper, stop licking. Spider-Man 3, or Spider-Man 4, my apologies, would have been the fourth film in Sony Pictures' Spider-Man film series, and it was slated to release on May 6th, 2011. Now, on to the history. In spite of the lukewarm fan reception to Spider-Man 3, its impressive box office performance convinced Sony to make a fourth film. Which makes sense, honestly. You know, even if it was like a critical failure, it was most likely going to get another follow-up. But anyway, development began in 2008, with Sam Raimi, of course, attached to direct, and the core cast of the previous films to return. Come 2009, however, Sam Raimi dismissed the rumors that Spider-Man 4, 5, and 6 were being made, instead confirming that only the fourth one was under development. Which, again, that makes sense. You know, don't say you're making a whole trilogy when you only have one movie in your noggin. Anyway, Sony hired James Vanderbilt in October of 2008 to pen the screenplay. After contacted David Coet, the writer of the first film, the script underwent further revision by playwright David Lindsay-Abaire and once more by Gary Ross in October of 2009. What does it say? Kung Fu Panda 5 and 6 will happen. Like it or not, that's their plan from the beginning. Yep. But we'll talk about that some other time. Stay tuned. Anyway, on the subject of villains, Raimi considered showcasing the transformation of Dr. Kurt Connors into the Lizard, with Dylan Baker reprising his role. He also had plans to upgrade Bruce Campbell from just a minor cameo to a more significant role. In December 2009, it was reported that John Malkovich was in talks to play the Vulture, with Anne Hathaway playing Black Cat. Anyway, as reported by Deadline Hollywood, Spider-Man 4 is caught up in a web of disagreements that will likely keep it from being released on May 5th, 2011, as planned. What does it say? Bruce Campbell was Quentin Beck the whole time, according to Sam Raimi. Yes, indeed, that was the case. Anyway, Raimi reportedly, forgot a word there, or sentence. Further complicating things, Raimi, reportedly went through 4 different revisions of the script with different writers and still hated it, with so many issues. And with so many issues, Sony opted instead to cancel the film in January 2010. What does it say? Spider-Man 4 would have opened with him defeating the lesser villains. Again, yes indeed, that would have been the case. I'm not going to go through every single villain, but yeah, lesser is a pretty accurate description. Sorry, just relaying some stuff onto Spider. is what I would have said if lesser villains were not Mysterio and Rhino. Yeah. Those are classic villains for fun. I mean, to be fair, though, I can kind of see why they. I can kind of see why they would have just been like an opening montage thing, because how would you write them? You do not call them lesser. That's not what I'm saying right now. Anyway, but just taking some notes. But what I was saying. But. Oh, wait. What's it say? I guess I see your point, but then No Way Home answered an entire film with Rhino. Okay, yeah, I was about to say. I was about to say, but you get where I'm coming from. Anyway, Raimi admitted to being exhausted with the tremendous amount of delegation needed to make gigantic movies like Spider-Man. Far From Home answered an entire film with Mysterio. There we go. Anyway, however, it ultimately came down to an inability to get together a suitable story that led him to pass on a fourth installment of the franchise. I just thought about it while reading that. That is kind of what Spider is going through with his little game right now. Again, I don't mean that as an insult. I don't mean that as hate. I don't mean any harmful intention with that. But that is kind of what he's going through right now. You know, like, the pieces are there. Some say it would have had Peter cheating on MJ with Black Cat, which I'm not sure how to feel about that, if I'm being totally honest. I mean, mind you, the comics are much crazier, but I, yeah, I would not write that for Pete. Yeah, probably. Granted, the only Spider-Man stuff I'm really like knowledgeable when it comes to is um the movies. So, that's basically all I have to go off of. But yeah. I probably wouldn't have wrote that either though. Just my personal opinion. But yeah. Now, do I think Spider-Man 4. No, I'm not done. I'm just saying this. Do I think Spider-Man 4 would have been a good movie? Hard to say. I think if, like, everyone returned. Honestly, no. Honestly, yeah, I can see where you're coming from. I can see where you're coming from. But yeah, in my opinion, though, in my opinion, um, yeah, in I don't know why I'm struggling right now, but my brain is just doing cartwheels. I wouldn't say it would be bad, but most fourth films are usually the now what film. When you put it that way, it does make sense. No, just when you put it that way, it makes perfect sense what you mean. Actually makes complete sense. And that is the case. Like, most movies I just read. Oh, sorry, I missed that. I'm looking at you, Toy Story 4 and Kung Fu Panda 4. I'll talk about those on another time, but okay. I'll talk about those on another time, but yeah. Okay. I'll talk You will not talk about Toy Story 4. You didn't say anything about Kung Fu Panda 4. No, genuinely. You didn't say anything about Kung Fu Panda 4. There's your big oopsie. Exactly. Stay tuned. Anyway, but I mean, to be fair though, we also have not talked about most of the DreamWorks movies, besides Shark Tale and Wild Robot. Find out what happens on the next Dragon Ball Z. Fun fact, I've never seen Dragon Ball. But anyway, let's get back on track though. But anyway, let's get back on track. But previously on Spider-Man. Okay, but do I personally think Spider-Man 4 would have been a good movie? We know Sylv's opinion, but what would my opinion be? Things were getting a little wild in KU's, huh? Okay, anyway. So we know Sylv's opinion now, but what would my opinion be on Spider-Man 4? Do I personally think it would have been a good movie? Hard to say. I really don't know for sure. I, excuse me, I have the opinion, granted it's kind of a regurgitated opinion, but I do have the opinion that a talented writer, director, etc. can make almost any story idea work if there's potential. Spider-Man 4, I think, did have potential. Spider-Man 4 had a game that was 50% done. However, in 2019, a Wii port was leaked, and in 2021, an Xbox 360 port was leaked. Yep. I guess for additional information, Spider-Man 4 was, of course, going to have a tie-in video game, but of course that tie-in video game was canceled along with the movie. But they did get most of it done. Yeah, however, there's no plot details. Yeah. So I imagine it was just one of those games. But anyway, where I was going with that. But what is seen is actually pretty cool. Yeah. I haven't seen any of it, or maybe I did and I just forgot, but yeah. Anyway, though, it looks better than Spider-Man 3, the game. I have not played any of the Raimi trilogy games, I will admit. But anyway, what I was getting at, back to the movie, though. Do I think Spider-Man 4 would have been good, in my personal opinion? Spider-Man 3, the game, was that meh game that had too many big shoes to fill for the influential Spider-Man 2, the game. I'll take your word for it because I haven't played any of the Raimi games. Haven't played 1, 2, or 3, the game. But anyway. But do I think Spider-Man 4 would have been good? Hard to say. I really don't know for sure. I think it could have worked. I think there's potential. But, you know, it probably wouldn't have been great. Spider-Man 2, the game, defined a lot of superhero games with its open world. Well, that I did know. I mean, look at the Insomniac Spider-Man games. But anyway. But where I was going with this. Yes, but anyway. But while I do think Spider-Man 4 had potential, I honestly don't think, well, when I say this, I don't think it would have been Spider-Man 2 was mainly inspired by GTA 3. I don't know why, but that sentence is funny to me. Even though that is correct, that's kind of funny to think about. But anyway. While I do think Spider-Man 4 could have been good, and there is potential, I don't think it would have been great. Simpsons Hit and Run as well. I've never played Hit and Run. Simpsons Hit and Run, great game, by the way. Fun fact. I've never played Simpsons Hit and Run. Yeah, never played Hit and Run a day in my life. But anyway, back to where, do you have a Wii? Yes, I do, but unfortunately, I do not currently have access to it. It is in an ocean of boxes that is impossible to traverse. So you're shit out of luck, fucker. Anyway, but where I was going with this. But while I do think Spider-Man 4 could have been really good. Can I smell your weed? Go right ahead. But anyway, while I think Spider-Man 4 could have been good, and there is potential, I don't think it would have been great. I mean, I don't think it would have been... Yeah, we already have a Spider-Man 4. It's called Yes, we have No Way Home. So, and honestly, I don't think we need... You know what? I guess that's my verdict. Would it have been cool to get Spider-Man 4? I think it would have been cool. I think it would have been neat. But do we need Spider-Man 4? Short answer, no. We don't need Spider-Man 4. We don't need Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire. And we don't need Yeah, it would have been cool to have more material for Bully Maguire. Well, that would have... Yeah. Anyway, but we don't need Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire. And we don't need Amazing Spider-Man 3 with Andrew Garfield. In fact, I think after No Way Home that their storylines are done. Like, from then on, we can just say, they officially retired from being Spider-Man, or they're just still out there. We don't need any more. Have you seen Bully Maguire Plays Quidditch? No, I have not. That was funny. I believe you just based on that title, but no, I have not seen it. But anyway, where I was going with it. Oh. Nice out of context angry video game nerd, but anyway. But I have not seen that video. But anyway, Spider-Man 4, that's my verdict. Would it have been neat to get? I mean, I think it would have been neat, but we don't need it. It's not essential. They often edit the one scene of him swinging out of costume in 3. Yep. But yeah, I guess if you wanted my thoughts on Spider-Man 4, there you go. Just a brief history. We talked about the game. And with only 32 minutes, just picture that playing Quidditch. I can only imagine. But yeah, look at that. We managed to cover an entire topic in just 32 minutes. Alright, now 1, let me check my battery life, and 2, let me catch my breath. Show the pics of the 1 second. You are not done. Okay, I'm done after that, but 1 second. Sorry, I was just checking my battery life. We're good for a little while, but anyway. Okay, let me look up the pics first of all. It ain't over till the fat man sings, whatever. Tell your dad to sing. No. No, no, no. Anyway, oh. Okay, well here's a photo from the canceled Spider-Man 4 game. Yeah, here's another. I'm not showing every single photo, but just showing whatever pops up on Google. Honestly, the game looks really good. I agree. It does look really good. For being a movie tie-in game, it looks really good. If it was finished, it could have been something. Agree. And I mean, hey, it was pretty close to being finished. Okay, it was pretty close to being finished, I must say. Anyway. Alright. Cars 2 had a great movie tie-in game, somehow. All of the Cars movies did. Like, I don't know what it is about the Cars games, but those were always really high quality. For no... Cars 1 was meh as a game. I mean, that's your opinion. I think Cars 1 is a pretty good game, but, that's just where I stand. Anyway. The Incredibles game for me was fun. I've never played the Incredibles game, so Can't comment on that. Can't comment. It's not perfect, but it's fun. Again, I'll take your word for it. I've never played the game. Can't comment on it. Anyway. Alright, well, because I think I'm done with Spider-Man 4 now. No, I'm not, like, tired of talking about it. It's just I feel like I've said everything there is. The sequel to the first game was a mindless button masher. Damn. Oh, just damn. Okay. Alright, now I don't know what to fill. Rise of the Underminer was the original Incredibles 2. Yes, it was. Now that game is non-canon, for some reason. And I also have not played that game. So once again, I cannot comment on it. It's kind of why I don't really... Well, because the Underminer dies at the end, yeah. Yeah. Okay. In The Incredibles 2, he gets away. Yes, he does. And can I just say... Oh, that one part in Incredibles 2, I didn't like, yeah. Can I just say... Incredibles 3 will be worth it if for two things. One, it's the last one. Don't do Incredibles 4, 5, 6, etc. 2, if they finally do catch the Underminer. Just don't just let him roam around the entire movie. You have to resolve that. Anyway. But yeah. But The Incredibles 2 for me was good in how it shows the consequences of the damages of being a hero. I agree. But Incredibles 1 is still the better one. At least in my opinion. That's my opinion, though. But anyway. I guess so. Alright, now... I feel like I've said everything there is to say about Spider-Man 4. So I'm just going to talk... I liked Evelyn as a villain. Same, honestly. Alright. I feel like I've said everything there is to say about Spider-Man 4, unless something else comes up later. So I'm just going to fill out the next couple minutes with other miscellaneous canceled movies. In no real particular order. They had... Oh, I actually thought it was her brother who was going to be the villain. Honestly, same for a little bit. But anyway, I was surprised that she was. Again, same. Alright, now, in order to fill out the time for this episode, I'm just going to talk about other canceled movies in no real particular order, just to fill out the runtime. You are not done with Spider-Man 4. What else is there to cover? No, like, I'm not trying to sound rude, but I feel like I touched everything. Like, I touched the Super... You forgot to mention who was going to be... I'm pretty sure I mentioned Vulture. When I was reading about the synopsis, Vulture was clearly written there. But I know you... No, it's okay. I know you have trouble paying attention, and I do apologize if I get a little annoyed at that fact. Sometimes, though, it does kind of bother me, but again, I know you cannot help it, and that's perfectly fine. But there's one other thing I'd like to add. Go right ahead. Go right ahead, but don't take too long. Take your time, but don't take too long. Short, sweet, to the point. I will wait for it. both versions, Wii and Xbox 360, of the Spider-Man model for the canceled game are on the Source Filmmaker Workshop for use, or to use. Strangely, that does not surprise me. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. I mean, does, you know, at the workshop. I've never purchased anything off the workshop, but I do know. That's all I can say. Just never purchased anything off the workshop, but I do know. You don't purchase. Well, how am I supposed to know? I hardly ever. You download them. Well, how am I supposed to know? I never used Source Filmmaker. You can expect me to be a little inept. Just like how I know. Keyword audience. I know. Fair, fair, fair. I get ya. Thank you. Anyway. Alright, now I think we're done with Spider-Man 4. So, while we could probably just end this episode here, I want to make it to their actors. Probably one of my favorite. I have one more Spider-Man 4. Okay, last one. I'm not done. Like, I'm not fed up. Just last one. And then we're moving on for the rest of this episode. Anne Hathaway was originally going to be a female villain called the Voltress, an original character. Okay, I don't know if I knew that already or not, or maybe I did know that and I just forgot, but that that sounds like a parody that you would that sounds like a Smosh skit. If you've seen Smosh, you know I'm right. That sounds like classic Ian and Anthony Smosh. Ironically, she would play Black Cat later on, in a way. It is Smosh, yeah. Anyway, but alright, now we're done with Spider-Man 4. Now, ideally, we could probably cut the episode off right here at the 43-minute mark. You know, short, sweet, to the point. But she would play Catwoman in The Dark Knight Rises. Correct. Now, anyway, I want this episode to at least go on for an hour. So I'm going to fill out the runtime with other miscellaneous canceled movies and shows in no real particular order. Again, I'm not going to... Ironic that she was cast as the Marvel version of Catwoman, though. Really is ironic. Don't even have a joke for that. That's just ironic. But anyway, let's get back on topic. Anyway, now also, oh god. The Spider-Man suit would have been unchanged from 2 and 3. I mean, it makes sense, honestly. You know, why spend the money to change it? You know, because it did change a little bit between 1 and 2, but after 2 and 3, why change it? For the record, I'm in the minority who likes the Spider-Man 1 suit the best. I think they all look fine. Like, I don't really have any one preference as to how it should look. I like the smaller spider and bigger eyes. Well, that makes sense, honestly. Compare the suits on Google. I'll do that later. I don't want this to be entirely even though Spider-Man was the primary topic. Do it. Okay. Then I'm moving on to some other topics. I don't have anything against covering Spider-Man, but there's only so much I can talk about. Okay, now I'm looking at a comparison. Okay, honestly, and yeah, I do notice the differences, but again, honestly, I don't. I mean, I can see what's different between all of them. I can see all the differences, but honestly, again, I don't have. I prefer the Spider Man 1 suit, honestly. In my opinion. I can see all the differences between each of the suits, and, you know, I do see differences, but, and there are things about each of them that I do like, but I don't, again, maybe it's just me, but I don't really have, which is your favorite, though? I mean, if I had to pick one favorite, probably close tie between the first two. You know, the first movie and the second movie. If I had to pick, it would be a close, close tie between those two. But still, I also, but despite what I just said, I also don't really have any real preference. So yeah. All right. Now, for me, the first one is more nostalgic. That's fair, that's wholesome, but that's just me. That just makes sense. All right. Now, oh my god. Let's get Spider-Man was the first film I saw in theaters. I remember that. It was mentioned a while ago. That's really nice. Okay. Now, we'll save additional Spider-Man talk for another time. Anyway, because I did say we were going to cover some other canceled movies on the side. So, in order to fill out the run time, pad out the time, so this isn't too short, I'm just going to cover a few other miscellaneous canceled movies. We will redo Spider-Man 1 on November 1st. Stay tuned. Anyway, but yeah, we're just going to cover a few other miscellaneous canceled movies in no real particular order, like no specific order, just some of the more interesting ones to cover its 22nd home video anniversary. Yep. All right. The Road to El Dorado. I know that's a random one, but listen. So, The Road to El Dorado was a DreamWorks animation feature. It was their, if I'm not mistaken, it was their third feature film. Boring, boring, boring. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Let me fucking finish. Anyway, it was their third animated feature, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, I've never seen the movie. Like, start to finish, I've seen clips, never seen the whole thing. I've heard great things about it, never seen it. But anyway. Now, the film, I guess DreamWorks was really banking on it being a smash hit. Star-Lord jumps in a portal, you bitch. Anyway. Hey, if it makes you feel any better, I haven't fucking seen it. Anyway. But I would say, okay, but I guess DreamWorks was really banking on it being a huge success because it was actually supposed to get not one sequel, but several sequels. It was supposed to be a franchise about these two con artists just going to various lost civilizations in search of gold and getting in all kinds of wacky hijinks. Now, why was the film canceled? Now, why was the film canceled? Why was Road to El Dorado 2 canceled? Well, I think we can easily answer that question by looking at the film's box office performance. I think we can easily answer that question. The Road to El Dorado had a budget of $95 million. How much did it make at the box office? Just $76.4 million. Yeah, $76 million on a $95 million budget. Yeah, that ain't too pretty. And that definitely ain't golden. More like $76. Ass. Anyway, but yeah, if you're wondering why El Dorado 2 was canceled, and in fact, if you're wondering why DreamWorks canceled the whole franchise, the first film had a budget of $95 million, and it made $76.4 million. So, and it got mixed reviews. So, piss poor financial performance, less than stellar critical. Yeah, that pretty much laid it to rest instantly. Granted, it did become a cult classic when it came out on home video. And it's become a cult classic ever since, but still doesn't change the fact that we ain't getting that whole franchise. Although, despite the fact I've never seen The Road to El Dorado, I think it's fine as a standalone, self-contained movie. Well, anyway, on that note, who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Now, there's a lot of canceled SpongeBob content, which could be a whole stream all on its own, but we're going to focus on one specific one. And that would be, the 2011 film, The Worst Movie Ever, was notable for making just $11 at the box office. 11 bucks. I need to find that movie now. Meaning one person, just one. Look it up. I'll do it after the show, because I'm not refusing to talk about it, by the way. It's just I was in the middle of something. But anyway, I don't mean that to sound rude. It's just interruption. But anyway, now, there's a lot of canceled SpongeBob content. In other words, you can stop at 5 or 6 stores or just one. Anyway. Alright. But anyway. What I was trying to say. There's a lot of, you know that meme? Yes, I do. Back to what I was saying, though. There's a lot of, there's a lot of canceled SpongeBob content, which could be a whole episode all on its own. I don't need friends. They hold me back. Yep. Anyway. But for tonight, we're going to focus on one specific piece of canceled SpongeBob media. With an asterisk. Why with an asterisk? Does a crazy pose, yep. Why with an asterisk? Well... Oh, almost tricked on my pants there. Alright, well, here's why I say with an asterisk. Grabbing it off the shelf here. Okay. Now here's why I say canceled Oh, hi, I'm Sylv. You can stop at 5 or 6 stores, or just one. Anyway, here's why I say canceled SpongeBob media with an asterisk. This movie. The SpongeBob movie, Sponge on the Run, which released in Canada in 2020, and in the US in 2021 as a Paramount Plus original. It was actually a Paramount Plus launch title in the US. And yeah, it was released that way. Well, I guess one, to, have a killer app at launch, and two, because COVID. Anyway. And it still hasn't come out in theaters in America to this very day. But anyway. Why do I say this is canceled media with an asterisk? Especially because I'm holding it right here. Well, here's why. Let me just put it down here. Here's why. The film had a poster that was initially revealed. Sponge on the Run has the runs, yep. Alright, here's why I say canceled media with an asterisk. So, when the film was initially announced, it was actually titled The SpongeBob Movie, It's a Wonderful Sponge. That was the original. Wasn't there a movie with a weight gain scene for Sandy? I don't recall. But anyway. But yeah, when Sponge on the Run... Hot, yeah. But when Sponge on the Run was first announced, it was originally titled The SpongeBob Movie, It's a Wonderful Sponge. Not Sponge on the Run, It's a Wonderful Sponge. That was the original title. And I guess SpongeBob's grandma is a smash. Oh my god. And I guess this was always meant... I'd smash character. You would stick your dick all up in those wires. Anyway. I guess... To pieces. Anyway. And I guess this was the title that they always wanted for the movie. Because there was a poster released. Yeah, at San Diego Comic-Con. I'd smash Tom. Yeah. Anyway. They released a the chocolate fish, yep. There was a poster that was released at San Diego Comic-Con. Now, you might recall seeing this poster back then. And even it carried the title, It's a Wonderful Sponge. Not Sponge on the Run. But it had pretty much a finalized logo, finalized animation, and, yeah, even at the bottom, in theaters, May. Granted, it did not release in theaters in May, but that means that they were banking on this movie being titled It's a Wonderful Sponge. May 2099. Meaning the title change to Sponge on the Run was probably a very last-minute decision. Possibly at the 0 minute before release. So that's why I say canceled media with an asterisk. Is Robert Rodriguez really making a movie to come out 100 years from now? Yes, he is. In fact, it's already finished. It's just sitting in a vault. I'm not making that up. But anyway, so that's why I say canceled media with an asterisk. Yes, this movie did end up releasing, but under a different title. Why the title was changed, we will likely never know. Alright, we're going to take a brief break because it's time for everybody's favorite segment, the funny image. That doesn't really count as a canceled... Well, you're not wrong. I just felt like bringing that up because it was interesting. You know, the fact that it got that far along with this title and then seemingly at the last minute, change it. Anyway, here's Grogu making a purchase at the Quick Stop. I don't have any further joke for that. Just Grogu making a purchase at the Quick Stop. By that logic, Deadpool 3 was canceled, and Deadpool and Wolverine really... Yeah, let's just shut up. Okay, anyway. Back on topic. Yeah, alright. You know I'm right. Yeah, oh yeah, I know you're right, but I still want you to shut. Okay. Actually, let me just put this away, since we don't really need it anymore. Until we eventually review this movie. Is it good? Is it bad? Stay tuned. Anyway, let's put it back on the shelf. Alright, let's see if I missed anything. By the way, I have news for you. Do tell. Is it good or bad news? And is it news that concerns me? The Halloween DVD. Okay, the Halloween DVD I have. Go on. No bonus features or scene selection or subtype. Wow. That, yep, All it contains is English or French audio track. Well, I mean Canada, but still, that's, it's one of those multi-pack. Yep, one of those. One of those. America has them too. Yep, I know. Alright. I'm sure, yeah. I've encountered similar multi-packs, but I can't think of any off the top of my head. Again, I can't. But thing is, yours are worse because I know YouTube has a character limit, but yours would contain English only. Now, sometimes they have multiple languages. Sometimes. Sometimes. Not often, but sometimes. By law, Canada has English and French, which I don't really get it, but okay. Alright, trying to think of what else to cover, just to fill out the runtime. Just trying to think of what else to, because Canada is half and half. Okay. Trying to think of what else to cover. Jesse is a half and half, yep. Alright, trying to think of what else to cover in this amount of time. I can't speak French, neither can I. I can't speak French either. Alright, but I'm trying to think of just what else to cover in this amount of time. Jessie is a guilty pleasure waifu, okay no. That okay no was fucking, that wasn't just SpongeBob and Liv, no, that was Spider-Man stopping the train from crashing. Anyway. Actually, not only that, that was also stopping you from getting put on a damn FBI watch list. Even though you are being ironic and it was a joke, that was still stopping you from being put on a list. Had you said, okay, no, just 3 seconds too late. I'm always ironic. I was not insinuating that you weren't ironic. I was not insinuating that at all. Anyway. Alright, trying to think of just other canceled movies. Show us the inside of your mouth. Yep. That's as best as I can show. Anyway. Okay, what else? What else can I cover? Closer. Okay. They're actors. Anyway. Why, yes, they're actors is going to absolutely be running the... Oh, anyway. There, I pretended to swallow the camera, like that one video of the baby with the GoPro. Okay, anyway. Okay, what else? What else can I cover? I'm gonna edit that into a vor edit. Okay, no. You, even with that okay, no in there, you still would. Anyway. Okay, what else? I'm just totally drawing a blank right now. Oh. These VHS tapes right here actually did just make me remember something that's actually perfect. Bob the Builder. Okay, yeah. Yep, we're really going there. It is a canceled movie, though, so it's VHS tapes, 7 out of 10, would bang, yep. It is a or it's a VHS. Let me try it again. What I'm about to talk about is a canceled movie, so it perfectly qualifies for me to talk about it. So, scrolling down here. Okay, hit is Rita Repulsa hot? If you're Lord Zed, then yes. Anyway, let's get back on track. Okay, before you say, "Oh no, you're not. I think she's hot." I don't blame you. She is kind of hot. Divatox titties, though. Anyway, I mean, Divatox is just a whatever character, but then titties. Hey, actress who plays Divatox, whatever your name is, we apologize in advance. The first Divatox was hot. I forget that there was several. Second one, eh. Yeah, I forget that there were two Divatox. Anyway, let's get back to what I was going to say. There was two people. I know now, it's just I often forget that fact. Alright. Now, let's get back on track. Hit movies. Oh yeah, we're going there. No, this is not about Thomas. Don't worry. The first one left because she was pregnant but returned halfway. Maybe I already knew that, but I don't know. Alright, now please let's get back on topic. Please. Ironically, the first one played Demetria. Yeah. Stay tuned for future Power Rangers in the same series. Yep. Stay tuned for future Power Rangers discussion. When? Stay tuned. Anyway. Hit Movies. Hit Movies was a division of Hit Entertainment that was launched in March of 2009. Power Rangers Turbo was average. Agree. But we'll save Turbo for another time, please and thank you. Anyway, Hit Movies was a division of Hit Entertainment that was founded in March of 2009, but ultimately never ended up producing anything, as they went defunct just 1 year later in 2010. Turbo, a Power Rangers movie, was genuinely bad. It's boring. Agree. But let's save that for another time. I'm not saying that like I don't want to hear about Turbo at all, but we'll save that for another time. One of Geo's, the irate gamer, yeah. One of Geo's friends is speaking, so tending to him real quick. And I was really about to spell Wile as W-I-L-E. is a oh, I thought that said so. Oh, question 10. I can't type. Neither can I. I can't think, honestly. Okay, anyway. Do the Goonies goon. Yes, now let's please get back to what I was talking about. Anyway, Hit Movies, division of Hit Entertainment. They were founded in March of 2009. Goonies 2, yeah. Can you stop for a minute? I'm in the middle of something. Please be patient. Anyway, Hit Movies, March of 2009, division of Hit Entertainment. Ultimately, Hit Movies would not end up producing anything, as they were closed just 1 year later. No one cares about Bob the Builder, the movie. You're right, but I still want to talk about it because we are here to talk about canceled movies. See, contrary to popular belief, this is Wonder After Dark, not the Sylve Show. Anyway, now ultimately, Hit movies never ended up producing anything, as they were closed just 1 year later in 2010. Bob the Builder 2015 was amazing. I know who I'm forwarding that to. Anyway. Now, Hit Movies was opened, as I said, in March 2009 in Los Angeles, with Julia Pister as the head of the division. I'm sarcastic, it was crap. I believe you. Anyway. What's my opinion, though? Stay tuned. I do want to talk about Bob the Builder eventually, though. But anyway. Julia Pister. Scoob is adorable in the reboot, though, no cap. As somebody who didn't really... Or Scoop, not Scoop. I'm stupid. Scoop. I agree. Scoop was pretty cute in the reboot. Anyway. I can't read. I might be dyslexic. Anyway. Julia Pister was hired as head of the Hit Movies division to create films based on the company's franchises. Now, their first planned film... I had a big Scoop toy when I was younger. I'm too lazy to dig it up, but there's a big Scoop down there. But I'm too lazy to dig it up. Anyway. But... Show it. Okay. Again, I'm too lazy to dig it up, so you'll have to make do. You'll have to make do with this. I'm too lazy to dig it up, and it's probably just covered in dust. I don't feel like wiping off dust tonight. Anyway. Okay. Mine was similar, but it had the windows filled in. Interesting. Anyway. Okay, but the first planned film at Hit Movies was The Adventures of Thomas, although they had several films in development. Specifically, they had films for Thomas, Bob, Angelina Ballerina, and Barney in development. Specifically, I want to bring attention to their canceled Bob the Builder movie, because my VHS tape, my Bob the Builder tape's right here. Have you ever farted a little too hard and poo-poo comes out your booty? Yes, I have. Anyway. Alright, anyway. Where I was going with this. Angelina Ballerina, I forgot it even existed. Same. Anyway. Where I was going with this. I specifically want to direct my attention to this one. Bitch, what the fuck? Dies. Yep. Alright. I specifically want to direct my attention to this one. A live-action film based on... Oh, yeah. You heard that right. Live-action. You heard that right. Live-action Bob the Builder. Moving... Yeah. Live-action Bob the Builder when? When Hollywood gets that creatively bankrupt. Anyway... A live-action film based on Bob the Builder was planned that was going to be done by Hit Entertainment's now defunct... I had a crush on Wendy when I was younger. I think every kid did. Anyway. By Hit Entertainment's now defunct film division, Hit Movies. Everyone in Bob the Builder had the same face. Yep. Except, weirdly enough, it doesn't look that strange, and you don't really question it. But anyway... Plus, I mean, it's very cost-effective when you're making all these models, but anyway. It was going to be done by Hit Entertainment's defunct film division, Hit Movies. Not much is known. It's literally called Bobsville. Yeah, that just makes it funnier. Anyway. Not much is known about the film, but, and I'm not making this part up, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was considered to play the role of Bob. The Rock as Bob the Building... Yeah, The Rock as Bob the Builder. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Huh? Anyway. Yeah, Dwayne Johnson. I would not cast The Rock either. Anyway. The machines also seemingly did not have any faces in the concept art. Oh yeah, this movie had concept art. I'd cast Mr. Beast, yep. Oh yeah, this movie got as far as the concept art stage, and the machines did not have faces. It is unknown. Mr. Beast! Anyway, it's unknown if the machines would have had their faces in the movie. Yeah. Anyway, all it says is that it was planned to be released in 2012. Likes Mr. Beast? No. Anyway, all that is known is that it would have been released in 2012, but it was canceled. I used to. Yep. Is that weird? Not really, honestly. Alright, anyway. Back to what I was saying. But that's all that's known about the Bob the Builder movie. It would have released in 2012. I do not respect him for teaming up with Fuckface. I don't either. You know who that is? Yes, I do. But we'll save that for another time. Alright. Now, I got a few more minutes to kill. There's only... Yep, Logan Paul. Alright. Now, there's only so many canceled movies I can talk, so we'll save those for another time. Mayhaps we'll come back... Likes Jake Paul. No, I don't. Mayhaps we'll come back for canceled movies part 3. Because we did part 1. This is part 2. Maybe someday we'll do canceled movies part 3. Anyway, before we wrap up for tonight, there is something I forgot to do. Let's talk about Halloween 3D. We already did that previously, but to quickly recap, actually we'll use that as a segue. To recap, and this is the last time I'm going to bring up Halloween 3D. Despite the box office disappointment of Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, the Weinstein Company was moving forward with a sequel without Zombie's involvement, titled Halloween 3D. How they would have done it in 3D, I don't know, but that was planned. Now, it did not get very far, however, because soon after... Nah, it's the first of every time. Shut. Anyway, but you're not wrong. Anyway, but it did not get very far, as soon after the Weinstein Company greenlit Scream 4, and they ultimately chose to prioritize Scream 4, causing Halloween 3D to be canceled. And that's pretty much the end of the story. I'm going to make the next thing you being obligated to talk about Halloween 3. Shut up. Anyway, who wants to see my Halloween collection? Because I forgot to show that last time. That and we ran out of time. So here's my Halloween collection. Give me a minute. I do. 1 second. It's kind of scattered all over the place, so be patient. Actually, never mind. My first item is down here. I forgot. Okay. I'm going to show your Brett's. Okay. Alright, going in release order, we have John Carpenter's Halloween on VHS. Now, it's had many tape releases, but this is specifically the Blockbuster Presents release. Good movie, yep. Oh. Again, this has had many VHS tapes, but this is the Blockbuster release. Next copy I own is over here. Blockbuster Presents only in one location. Yep. Alright, now we have the Shout Factory DVD, which released in 2021. Put this back over here. Alright. Then the next copy I own is, of course, on the other side of the room. That costs $19.99 Canadian at Toys R Us, but the Rob Zombie 2-pack was less than half of that. That makes sense. Anyway, next copy I have is the Shout Factory 4K with a bit of damage there, courtesy of Walmart. So yeah, 4K Ultra HD plus Blu-ray Collector's Edition, because Shout labels everything as a Collector's Edition. I'm not listing the special features, but it contains a lot. Now this release is interesting because it actually has reversible cover art. So this side is the original poster, but if you want the modern artwork, you know, if you want this artwork instead of this, you can just flip it over. But I like the original poster, so anyway, 4K disc, Blu-ray, and then Blu-ray original color timing. Yeah, you see, when it first came out on modern artwork on an old movie just feels like a crime. Then you'll love the 4K release of The Sixth Sense coming out this year. Anyway, yeah, when it came out, for context, when it came out on Blu-ray originally, they kind of messed with the colors. So this is the original color timing. And then both this Blu-ray and the 4K contain the updated colors. I only know one thing from The Sixth Sense. I already know what that is. Anyway, let's put this back on the shelf where it goes. Running a little tight on time here, but that's okay. Alright. Okay. This one's kind of buried, so bear with me. Okay. I actually completely forgot that I have this. Okay. Alright. Sorry about that. Okay. What does it say? I see dead people. Yep. Are Asian people Simpsons? Yes, they are. Donald Pleasance or Malcolm McDowell? In my opinion, Malcolm McDowell. Anyway, I actually completely forgot that I have this. Halloween 2 on DVD, the original, still sealed. Yeah, why do I still have it sealed? I don't know. I just never opened it. But at this point, why bother? Like, I'll just keep it sealed. Halloween 2 mid. Yeah. Alright, anyway, let's put this back where it goes. Back in its dust collecting zone. Shit. Back you go to collect some dust. Shit. Wonder After Dark, the only show that's boring in it. Alright. Sorry about this. Sorry about that, calendar. Anyway. Alright, that should be good. Halloween 2 mid, it just tries too hard. Yeah. Alright. And then, conveniently, the next ones I have are down here. Alright. These next three I'm going to show all together. Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. Yeah, that's a sentence. And this is the original release. Curse of Michael Myers is crap. Agree. H20, 20 years later. And this is also the original, well, you know, not the later release. Legit, Jamie has Michael's great baby Jesus. Anyway. But there's H20 as a 15-year-old. Yep. Resurrection. Michael Myers, everyone. Yep. But yeah, here's Resurrection. Dust everywhere. Resurrection crap. Agree. H2O is good. I mean, I wouldn't call it a masterpiece, but I'd say, you know, on the better end of the spectrum. Anyway. Actually, okay, anyway. My brain is just on fire right now. Okay, over here. We're just going to cap the collection off here. Just because. Halloween 2 or Halloween 3 is good. If you forget about the title, there was a Blu-ray copy of it at Toys R Us today. That's nice. All right. I do have Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 on DVD, as we already know. But we're just going to cap the collection off with this copy, which is the Lionsgate Steelbook from 2023. Slide that off. Do you have the new trilogy? No, I don't. I don't have them on DVD, don't have them on Blu-ray, don't have them on 4K. But yeah. There's Rob Zombie's Halloween. Talk about Laurie Strode. We already did when we covered Halloween 2. And there's Halloween 2. And there's the inside with some nice artwork. I like how the disc has the clown face, by the way. Same. Yeah, there's the inside. Nice, nice, nice. Evil has a destiny. Yes, it does. All right. And again, I do have Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 on DVD as well. But we already saw that literally, I think, on the previous episode. So we're not going to repeat ourselves. Oh, but yeah. All right. Is Michael Myers nice? Depends on your definition of nice. Okay, but we're done. Can I take him on a date? Yes, you can. Alright, we're done. Okay, we're done. We're done here. Okay. Let's put this back on the shelf. Alright. I'd say the nicest thing he ever did was let kids go. Same. Just same. Okay. Again, one of Gio's friends is talking right now. Read, okay. Well, except for Jamie, I get. Yeah, pretty much. What would Michael Myers be like in bed? Anyway, I wish I knew the answer to that question. I wish I knew the answer to that question. Dominant. I guess he would be. I really don't know. Anyway. If Michael Myers talked, would it ruin him? Honestly, yes, unless it was done correctly. Anyway. We need to cover the movie that was a ripoff of Scary Movie. Maybe someday. Anyway. Shriek. Okay, shriek if I know what you did last Friday. That doesn't even sound like a real movie. What in the fuck? Okay. Oh, what does it say? Oh. What does it say? That's a real movie. I believe you. Alright, sorry about that. Anyway. Alright. It is 12:32 a.m. Okay. Oh, look it up. I'll do it after the show because I'm tired, okay? Alright. My lovely audience. I think we're done for tonight. We've spent a lot of time. Do it now. I said I'll do it after the show because do it now. I'm tired. No, genuinely, audience, I'm tired. I'm tired. Okay, fine. I'll look it up, but I won't read about it. Okay? Alright, what's that title? Okay, Shriek. Show the poster. 1 second. Let me look it up. Looking it up now. Yes, I did disappear, but 1 second. Alright. Sorry. Well, yeah, it is a real movie, and I'm not even going to bring attention to the fact Coolio is in it somehow. No comment. Just no comment on that. I have nothing. I've heard the movie is fun. I believe you, but I haven't seen it. Alright. I haven't either. Okay, well, I guess that's a cliffhanger. A cliffhanger for what? Maybe we'll review that movie someday, but I'm kind of turned off because I'm Team Scary. Same. But will you elaborate further? Glad you asked. Actually, yes. Well, no, I will not, because I've said enough. But for now, that's all the time we have for tonight. But always remember, eat your cereal, go to bed, to be continued. God made you special, and he loves you very much. If you do drugs, nice variant of will I elaborate? Yeah. Or if you do drugs, you go to hell before you die. Good night, and have a day.